Okay, welcome back to members of 121 Community Church in Grapevine, Texas, and our ongoing study in the second volume of Isaiah, chapters 40 through 55. We're going to take a look at 40 verses 16 through 24. We'll continue on in our chapter 40 here. Let's go to block 1, verses 16, 17, and 18. No graven image can represent the living Yahweh. We read in the text, "And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor its beasts sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, counted less than nothing, and vanity. To whom then will you liken God? What likeness will you compare to him?" Now the Greek for 16, we read, "Lebanon is not worthy for burning, and all of the four-footed beasts are not fit as a whole offering." And then 17, "All the nations are as nothing." They are reckoned as nothing to him. And then 18, the most important verse here, "To whom do you compare the Lord? And to what representation or form do you compare him?" Let's take a look at the commentary. Let's take a look at the commentary by Blenkinsopp. "Nothingness is connected to idol worship here. Other deities are unreal. They're an illusion, especially Marduk, the imperial deity of Babylon. The emphasis here is on verse 18 and the Greek term for representation, omoiomati. So an anti-idolatry polemic is posited in these verses. The Jewish people should already carry this conviction: Yahweh is the true creator deity. Yahweh is the true creator deity. But it's all about that verse 18. What representation, what form, omoiomati, what form could even possibly represent the living Lord God? Nothing. There is no representation for the living Lord God. None. And the Jewish people should already carry this conviction that Yahweh is the true creator deity. Their 70 years of being influenced by Babylonian idols needs to be negated and dismissed. Yahweh is the true creator deity. Let's go on to 19, 20, and 21 in block 2. "From the foundation of the world, know the lordship of Yahweh." We read in the text, "The workman melts and casts the image. Then the goldsmith covers it with gold and casts silver chains. He that is impoverished chooses a tree that will not rot. He seeks a skilled workman to prepare a carved image that shall not be moved. But have you not known? Have you not heard? Has it not been given to you from the very beginning, from the foundation of the earth?" Now Greek for 19, "The artisan has made an image, and the goldsmith has cast gold over it for a representation." Again, there's that word, for a representation. "And he has carefully prepared it." Verse 20, "The artisan chooses incorruptible wood and seeks for himself to make an image that is steadfast, that it should not be shaken." And then 21, "Have you not already known? Have you not already heard?" And the truth is implied here. Have you not already known the truth? Have you not already heard the truth? Was it not already proclaimed from the very beginning to you? Did you not already know the truth from the foundation of the earth? The commentary by Blenkinsopp, The Jewish people should already be familiar with the liturgical passage of Psalm 104, 104:5. Who laid the foundation of the earth that it should not be removed forever? And then 104:24. O Lord, how manifold are your works. Okay, let me read this commentary by Blenkinsopp one more time. The Jewish people should already be familiar with the liturgical Psalm 104. Who laid the foundation of the earth that it should not be removed forever? O Lord, how manifold are your works. In wisdom you have made everything. The earth is filled with your riches. After 70 years of the influence of Babylonian idols, now they're looking forward to the return to Judah, and they are to negate and dismiss all of these false idols that have infiltrated their lives. Now they return with Yahweh and unto the rebuilding of the temple. Cyrus is going to assist in financing that rebuilding of the temple. So they need to rededicate their lives to the true living Lord God. And that means living and praising God according to Psalm 104. Let's move on to block 3. Okay, block 3. We get a prophecy that kind of looks forward to the Gospel of John. That's why I've titled it, I am the vine, you are the branches. We're looking at 22, 23, and 24, verses 22, 23, and 24. You read in the text, it is he who sits on the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants are like locusts. It is he who stretches out heaven like a tent to dwell in. He brings the princes to nothing, and the earthly judges to nothing. He brings them both to vanity. Yes, their fields shall not be planted, their seed not sown. It shall not take root, but instead dry up and be blown away as stubble. Now verse 22, he is the one who takes possession of the circle of the earth, and the ones dwelling in it are like locusts. He establishes heaven as a tent to dwell in. Then 23, the established rulers are as nothing, and what they make on the earth is nothing as well. And then verse 24, the Greek. Verse 24, the Greek. In no way shall they plant, nor shall they sow seed, nor shall the seed take root. Whatever appears shall be dried up as that which is taken away. Now the commentary, John 15:5 reads, I am the vine, you are the branches. Except you abide in the vine, you can do nothing. Without Yahweh, the economy will not be restored, and true spiritual life will not be restored. The people are returning to a Judah where the land has not been worked or tilled for 70 years. They're returning to a broken economy. There's going to be poverty, and there's going to be great stress about where we're going to get food. There is great concern about how are we going to survive after returning to Judah when our lands have not been worked for 70 years. And what's prophesied is that you can do nothing without the intervention of Yahweh, the Lord over all the earth, the entire earth. You can do nothing. So Yahweh's presence extends to the past, to the present, and to the future throughout the entire world. But the insurance of fulfillment is coming. Cyrus will defeat Babylon, They will return, but they need to rededicate their lives. They need to they need to dismiss, completely negate Babylonian idols, including the small idols that you put on the mantle in your house. They need to rededicate their lives to Yahweh. And they need to depend on Yahweh for spiritual life and for physical sustenance. Let's do a quick recap. Let's go to block 1. And verse 18 is the key verse in block 1. Let's go to the Greek, note 4. To whom do you compare the Lord, and to what representation, amoi omadi, what representation or form can you possibly compare to Yahweh? Nothing can be compared to the living Lord God. So it's all about, block 1's about that verse 18, about amoi madi. Amoyamadi. Representations. Idols, in other words. And there were small idols that they kept on their mantle, in their homes. And it was a part of daily life in the Babylonian culture. And the prophet says, that is not to return to Judah with you. You are to negate, dismiss, have nothing to do with idols. Because there is no representation that could possibly represent the living Yahweh. The living Lord God cannot be represented in a stone or gold or wood figure. It is impossible. Negate, dismiss, give up all idols. And then in block 2, we actually get discussion about the idol making. Verse 20, the artisan chooses the wood, seeks to make an image that will be steadfast, that would not be shaken. But all is as grass, we've already learned in the previous verses, and passing away. Only the living Lord God Yahweh is eternal. Only the living Lord God is unshaken, unmoved. And then block 3, we kind of get a look ahead of time here, because all of this speaks about the sovereignty of God and the fact that all of life is within the Lordship of God. The spiritual growth, the physical sustenance, all of it falls under the Lordship of God. All of it falls under the Lordship of Yahweh, and they should recall and recite the psalm that they know of. Psalm 104 should be called up and recited, because the only hope they're going to have is to rededicate their lives to Yahweh. And we know that there is a double fulfillment of prophecy here, because the immediate fulfillment of prophecy is going to be the return to Judah. The eschatological fulfillment is going to be the coming of John the Baptist and Jesus Christ. Most prophecy has a twofold fulfillment, the immediate and the eschatological. So that's going to wrap up 40:16 through 24, and we're going to jump ahead. Our next lesson is actually going to go to chapter 41, verses 1 through 9. So next lesson, we will move on to chapter 41.